How will you ensure that you are responsive to the concerns of people in all 3 neighborhoods of Ward 3 and not just your own neighborhood?
So how I will ensure that I'm responsive to all people in Ward 3 and not just your own neighborhood?
Yeah.
So I think I've been doing the work already. I'm part of, and we've been speaking about the Community Alliance, but it's a way for us to engage with people from the whole Ward 3, and not just Ward 3, but all parts of the East Side. And also, if you signed up for our newsletter, we've actually been sending out, it's off? All right.
My problem.
Can you hear me? Because I'm going to project. This is much easier. Thank you very much. I've mastered maneuvering the microphone. So one of the things that we've been doing is sending out weekly updates and a weekly newsletter to people who have signed up already. And so I'm not concerned just with the issues that impact my community. I'm concerned with the issues that impact Ward 3 as well as Providence. I grew up here. This is my city. And what we've heard is that the issues might be a bit different. There's certain issues in Summit that might not be the same as Mount Hope and might not be the same as for Blackstone. But I think one of the things to do is to step out of your comfort zone and cross those invisible lines. So just like I have a plot at my community garden, I have Shabbat dinner at friend's house in Summit. I've been hearing the issues that are impacting people in Ward 3. We've been listening. The sidewalk issue. I reached out to some of the constituents, and they did some research for us. So I started the work. I'm not afraid to cross those invisible lines. I'm part of the Eastside Community Alliance, the Eastside YMCA, addressing issues of disparities, and also serve on a statewide committee for the Rhode Island Department of Education. So the issues that impact everyone.
So I read some stats when I started this, and one of the ones that stares out at me is 19% of blacks hold a bachelor's degree or higher, compared with 34% of whites. So we have a divide right here that we as a community need to come together and solve through education. That's one of the reasons I support the legalization of compassion centers throughout Providence. The revenue would be used to improve people's health, education, and employment opportunities while stabilizing the high cost of providing care to our most vulnerable residents. We should be working together to create an organic peace through trade, commerce, and organizations. Inherently, commerce and communication brings concern of each other's social and cultural interests and organically builds peace and bridges with each other. Thank you.
How will you ensure that you are responsive to the concerns of people in all 3 neighborhoods of Ward 3 and not just your own neighborhood priority? Make your own neighborhood the first priority.
Well, I don't want to make any neighborhood first priority. As a neighborhood, we need to come as a whole. We need to find common goals between all our little areas. I live in a little area which is off the radar for everybody. You know where Peter Pan bus is in Collier Park? That's where I live. So I'm not even on the radar of anybody. But one of the issues I want to make sure I'm actually part of everybody's lives and everybody's community if elected. I want to find a location that's in the center of all the areas of Providence, all areas of our ward. Just so I can have an office there. I want to bring community in there. Children can come in, they can do things, maybe even if it's a little office that children just come in and do community activities or something like that, like one of our community groups. But that's what I want to do. I want to bring everybody together. One of the, probably wouldn't be a bad idea, is even do sports. Bring our community together, and I want to be part of that, be on the committees, to get that stuff going, because if we can put the Summit neighborhood, Mount Hope neighborhood, we can have little baseball teams or something like that, the community, just be active with each other, and I want to be active with everybody else. But being part of the community, being centralized located, for everybody to actually be able to yell at you and tell you, oh, they support you, or I hate you. But I think it's a priority to be able to get your voice to me, because down at City Hall, it's not happening. Thank you.
A city council person, I think, has a really, really valuable role to play as a kind of horizontal force in any community. Sometimes we get kind of siloed or boxed into our own institutions or our own neighborhoods or our own blocks or our own houses of worship or whatever they happen to be. And I think it's really, really important for a city council person to try and constantly kind of shuttle back and forth to try and bring these different groups and people together and to communicate and share information. I actually think the way the neighborhood associations collaborated over the first two forums is kind of in this whole experience actually, is kind of a model for how we might move forward and how I might try to move forward as a city council person. I actually think canvassing is really, really useful for a city council person to do after they've already become a city council person. And I'm not sure how I work that into my family life or my work life, but I'm going to try because I've learned things I didn't know before. About different parts of the community, and I think any city council person would, regardless of where they're from. My goal, I'm a college professor, so I'm used to this idea of office hours, where I'm in like one place, or sometimes more than one place, always, same time, same days. So my thought, for me at least, is that I will try and hold regular office hours at different places in the community, where people who don't email or phone or aren't comfortable with those kinds of communications can just come and talk to me about anything they want to talk about. Did I get a stop sign? Yeah.